Okay. All right. Whatever. Let's just see what's going on. Let's see if it's in here. I'm trying to go to LinkedIn too, but it won't let me go to LinkedIn at the same time. I don't know what's going on with the streamer, but oh, who cares? All right. Hey guys, what's up? I know it's a Sunday afternoon and well, Sunday evening now. It's after 6. But I had a opportunity and I wanted to just kind of share it with you because it was like a um I don't know, it was unexpected. In these uh AI streets, you get every week there's something new dropping. There's always something new, you know, and everybody's usually saying stuff like, "Oh my God, this is game changing," and you know, and to the point now where I've gotten a little bit, eh, yeah, okay, we'll see, kind of vibe. And so about a week and a half ago or so, week, I don't know, just a little over a week ago, China leapfrogs again and jumps out here in the AI space and they release a product called Manus. And when I say China, it's not like, China, the government, but, some Chinese developers. And what's really happening in that's making this so unique is the fact that the United States felt like we were the leaders of the AI movement and that there was like this huge moat around us. And up until, DeepSeek came out, and DeepSeek came out in February, up until that time, most people thought that we were probably 18 months to 2 years ahead of China in terms of the AI race. Eh, now, um, that doesn't seem to be the case. That doesn't seem to be the case at all. And that's why you saw a dip in the market when DeepSeek came out because, and then, of course, all of the, U.S. corporations and U.S. people's like, well, DeepSeek really didn't do what they said it did. And all these, pundits start popping up and trying to make it seem as if what happened with DeepSeek wasn't real. But, you know, uh, it was real. It definitely was real. And not only was it real, it actually performed. So a lot of people are moving from, paid services to a platform that they can use uh, damn near for free by just downloading the open sourced DeepSeek. But anyway, this is not about DeepSeek. So this one is about Manus. All right. If you don't know, I'm going to tell you what's going on because Manus didn't make as much, buzzworthy news. And I think the reason why it didn't is because people didn't really understand what it was. If you say with the DeepSeek, it's like, hey, it's just like ChatGPT, but it's free and it comes from China. Then everybody gets it. I can compare apples to apples. Manus, on the other hand, is something we've not seen, and I am pretty impressed. So let me share my screen real quick. Uh, Hold on. Do screen. Yes. Share the screen. And I got to pick which screen I want to share. Oops. I think I'll share the entire screen just in case I need to go back and forth between some stuff. All right. So this is Manus, right? Pretty plain Jane kind of a page. If you play the video on the page, it is the developer from Manus talking about, you know, um, what it is and what it does, that it's in very early beta phase and all that kind of good stuff. And if you want to try Manus, you can hit, try Manus right here, and it will take you to a page where you can sign up. And right now, they've got a pretty long list of people trying to get access to it. And it's like 2 million people from what last count on a Twitter page. It's like we've got 2 million people trying to get in, and they don't have enough space for everybody right now. It would slow this tool down to a crawl if they let every matter of fact, it probably wouldn't even work. So they're scaling up little by little before it goes into the public domain. So I did wake up today and, earlier today, got a email and it said, "Hey, you're in. Thank you for your interest in Manus. Your application's been approved." So I put in my application a couple of days ago and it got approved. I guess you know, just because of the use case that I put in there and the fact that I said I'm an AI analyst. I think that, moved the needle, allowed me to be one of the few, or, 100,000 probably, that are on this platform right now. But like I said, it's rolling out. You guys will get to see it soon. But at any rate, I go in, I hit the button, I try Manus. So here's what Manus looks like on the inside. It's like, hey, you're pretty much used to this, interface. It's similar to ChatGPT in the first phase of it. Over here are going to be your tasks that you are either working on or have completed. Over here is where you put your prompt, and here are some previewed, features that other people have done, and that you could actually give it a try on your own. Right? Pretty simple. I'm like, okay, cool. I get it. So I'm I'm like, let me do a quick one. So here's the prompt that I put in. I made it a little bit long, but not too long, but I wanted it to be very succinct and I wanted to see what it would come up with. And so I said, I need a 7-day Vietnam itinerary for November 22nd from Atlanta with a budget of 2,500 to 5,000 for my husband and me. We love historical sites, hidden gems, the ocean views, and local culture. I would probably like to do a few days in the city and a few more days in a remote place with access to the city easily. So it's like, yeah, I want to be, in the city, but then the next days I want to be maybe outside the city or something like that, but not too far out. I don't want to go out in the country. In city accommodations, I said, should be 4-star and up. All right. The remote location should be comfortable with great views, clean, but no need to be fancy. Please provide a detailed itinerary and a simple HTML travel handbook with maps, attraction descriptions, essential travel tips, and things we can reference throughout our journey. Okay, nothing heavy, but pretty detailed. Yeah, right. So I put this in, and ugh, here we go. I'm going to show you. So the cool thing about Manus is it allows you to share, things just like you do in ChatGPT. So you can share stuff. So here I'm sharing this, and what allows, and I can put the link in there later. I'll put the link so you can go back and watch it. But what the share does is it allows you to get a replay and watch Manus work. So I'm gonna put this URL in here and it's going to start playing. So that's the prompt. And now Manus says, I'll help you create a 7-day Vietnam itinerary. Now you're watching it. It's not in real time. It's actually sped up, but you're seeing it open all of these websites. You're seeing it go to cheap flights. It's created a checklist of things. It's gone to booking.com, TripAdvisor, and it's checking things off its checklist as it's doing, all the things. And what it's doing, it's using a it's basically a computer inside of its own computer, right? So it's not doing the work on my side of the computing. It's doing all that work on a instance inside of its own server, right? So then it spits it out and it's like, hey, continue or completed. So basically it says, I've completed your 7-day Vietnam itinerary for November 22nd through the 29th, based on your preferences for historical sites, hidden gems, ocean views, local culture. I created a comprehensive travel package that balances city experience with remote locations, all within your $2,500 to $5,000 budget. Your complete Vietnam travel package includes, it's made me a nice travel package, a detailed 7-day itinerary with day-to-day activities in Hanoi, Halong Bay, and Ho Chi Minh City, with an alternative for Phuket. I can't say that one, but it's another option. Luxury city accommodations, 4-star and up, what I asked for. Transportation details, including flight options from Atlanta, a comprehensive budget breakdown with value, moderation, and luxury options, and an interactive HTML travel handbook. Got it. Not only did it get it, it got it all, right? So this is crazy. Now, if I go here to this area right here, um, I can, so that was the replay. So now I'm going back to my actual, live instance. Yeah. So this is actually what it did all the way through. You watch the replay of it editing files, searching, going through the page, creating more files, editing them, searching. So that's what it was doing in the background. Then it outputs these files. So there's several files in this task, right? So now here it is. I can click this right here, and these are the files that it actually created. So it's got Vietnam travel basics, flight options, accommodation options, recommended or remote accommodation options, the 7-day itinerary, my detailed budget, Vietnam travel handbook, HTML. That's going to be cool to look at because I haven't even looked at that one yet, and a to-do list. So these are all the files that it created during its process. The process in actuality took, I can't remember, maybe 7 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. I mean, in real time, but you saw how fast it ran through it. And for me to even do it by hand, I can't do all that in that amount of time. So let's just look at this. So here's the Vietnam travel basics here on the right. All right. So it's telling me my visa requirements, the weather in November. Here's the weather in North Vietnam, Central Vietnam, South Vietnam, currency information, transportation options while I'm in the city. I could use the train, the bus, motorbikes. Gives me all the breakdown of the cost, things like that. So that's in that file. The other files that it had in here, what other files did it have? Let's see all of our files. Let's look at the flight options. Here's the flight options. This is crazy. So flight routes, Atlanta to Hanoi or to Ho Chi Minh City, round trip, 22 hours, $509 one way, round trip, $991. Here's another one, 1,025 round trip, right? Gives me recommended airlines, you know, why they are recommended. EVA Air, Japan Airlines, Korean, layover information. It's telling me, depending on which trip I take, I have these layovers. Maybe I'll go to Tokyo or Seoul or Hong Kong, depending on which flight route I take. Budget considerations, total flight cost for 2 people. Here's what it's going to cost us between 1,900 and 2,000, which is cool because that's well within the budget that I'm talking about for the entire trip, right? I gave it a budget. Now it's doing this. And it's even telling me that I can do slightly lower costs if I go to Ho Chi Minh City versus Hanoi, but it's giving me the flight strategy. So all the flight details that I would need to make a informed decision, it's giving me that. Now, so that's what I'm looking at there. Let's look at the 7-day itinerary. So now it's telling me what you know I'm going to do on my days. I can go option number one. If I go to North Korea, This is Vietnam. North Vietnam, this is what it's going to be. If I go to South Vietnam, this is what it's going to be. It already told me in the two options that Central Vietnam is not a good place to go during November. So it's giving me the option of either going north or south. If I go north, I'm going to land in Hanoi. If I go south, I'm going to go to Ho Chi Minh City. If I went to the central part of the country, it's not the greatest of weather because it's still rainy season, blah, 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 blah. So it's giving me all the details I need to make my decision on this trip, right? Now it's saying day one, I'm going to arrive and in the morning, you're going to get to the hotel in the afternoon. Here's where you're going to go, to the temple. Here's another lunch spot. Go walking through the old quarter in the evening. Go to a puppet show or have dinner at this restaurant, and then visit this a street for draft beer for the night. It's telling me my accommodations. I can do the Oriental Jade Hotel, or I can do the Hotel du Lac Hanoi. If I'm saying it wrong, don't get me. But that's day one. Here's the itinerary for day two. Morning, afternoon, evening. Then day three. Now I'm moving from Hanoi to Halong Bay. Remember, I said I wanted to do some days in the city, then days in the country. So it's got me right here. Early breakfast, then we get out. We go en route to Halong Bay, which is approximately 2.5 to a 3 hour drive. We'll arrive in the afternoon. Here's the things we'll do in the evening: sunset viewing, a cooking demonstration, and dinner on board this luxury cruise ship that they're telling me to take. So we're going to go to the location via a cruise ship. It's going to take 3 hours or something like that, and then it's giving me all of the. So, any rate, it's giving me everything I would want to know for making this trip. Well, so let's see what's the detailed budget. Here's the budget: international flights, round trip, economy class, total for two passengers, airlines to consider, booking. It's telling me to book 3 to 6 months in advance for the best rates. Some notes about the budget: accommodations. Here's all the accommodations: 3 nights, luxury options. Here's the cost for the different hotels that it's giving me an option to do. Here's the luxury cruise. Um, and this is crazy. The prices are crazy. I'm going. The cruise. Then 3 more nights in Ho Chi Minh City. Here's an alternative if I want to do 2 nights in Halong Bay. Dude, okay. I'm yeah. It's so much. I cannot believe it. Domestic transportation, how I'm going to get around, ground transportation, airport transfers, daily taxis. If I wanted to ride, mopeds, it's telling me what I need to do for mopeds, where I'm going to eat, how much it's going to cost based on, its recommendations for places. Every freaking thing is all in one file. It took 10 minutes at best. So that was a detailed budget. Now I want to just check this out. This one says the Vietnam. Remember, I said give me an HTML file that I could use. Maybe I could get to it on my phone. Shit. Oh my God. See, I hadn't looked at this. I hadn't looked at, so it built a website for me for my itinerary. See, so it's an HTML site, so I can get to it from anywhere as long as I have it on a server. And look at this, it's got the ability to, oh man, it's got maps, pictures of the attractions, the cost. Here's my transportation options, some travel tips, the money, the currency, health and safety. So it built this entire website from that data that it gave me on the. Do you understand? This is fucking crazy. Yeah, I did say the F word. That means, and I did it on purpose because now it won't show it to everybody. It'll just show it to certain people, right? But do you see where I'm at? Do you see where we're at? This is this is such a game changer. My mind is so blown. I don't even know. I don't have words. I don't have words. It built an entire damn website for me. Oh man, this is insane. Insane. So there you have it. That is 20 minutes of my time showing off what in the hell is about to. The world's not ready. The world is not ready. But just think about that. That's just a simple. It was a very simple prompt. It was, I like I said, my prompt was a little bit more detailed because I wanted it to get exactly what I wanted. But here's the damn prompt. It didn't take much to do that. It's not a real prompt. I'm just telling you. Here's what I want: a 7-day itinerary and a website so that I can use it as a travel handbook. And bam, here we are. So again, that tool is called Manus. You can get to it by Manus, Manus Manus.im. You have to sign up for a trial under the Try Manus to get it. It's fabulous, but it's overloaded already. It will limit your options. I can do this like I was able to do it 3 times. I can do 3 prompts in a day, and that's it for right now. But if you can see what the future is about to be like with this, and the I'll do some more stuff around it later because I want to know exactly what it's running, how it's running, or not want to build, but I want to know what it's using, what I've heard from a lot of the tech posts in X that it seems to be a wrapper around Claude 3.5 right now for its LLM, but there's other stuff that's going on this thing. But there you have it, guys. Manus is really, really a game changer, and it's only up from here. Just figure it like this: that is the worst it will ever be. That's the worst version of Manus you'll ever see. All right, it's your boy John. I'm out of here. I need a drink after this because I have to get ready for my trip to Hanoi. But yeah, hopefully that was helpful for you guys, just so you could see what's about to come. It's right around the corner, man. Because now that it's out in the world, other people are going to start trying to take this apart, and it's going to be a part of all these other things. But yep, China's leapfrogged again. OpenAI better get their shit together, or they're really going to be in trouble. All right, guys, I'm out of here for now. Peace.